Hi, I'm Tim Sullivan from Sullivan's Travels, the East End, and today we're going to be attending a poetry series at the Marine Museum.
She has mentored many workshops on poetry for live poets. She teaches English and Humanities at Dowling College and Suffolk County Community College, and has brought many poets to read at Dowling. She has presented her work on women, writers, and ethics in the modern world, the anti-utopian writing of Walker Percy, leadership in feminist novels, making poetry accessible to students at the National Council of Teachers of English, the Society for Utopian Studies, and the Community College Humanities Association. Virginia Walker.
Thank you. So, a world view at times. Can you hear me? Yes. Good. All right.
Talk slower and put the mic up closer to your
I saw
mouth.
these critics already. Talk lower.
Talk slower.
Oh, slower. Does it? It needs to be tight. Have to be tight. Thank you. And I want to thank Sylvia for all her work. Can you hear me? All right. Sylvia for all her work, and Anna and Vic with everything they do, and of course, as I said, I'm so happy to be with Alex. I don't know what's going to stay. We have lost so many wonderful people in the poetry world recently, and my first two poems are about loss. The clock. When I was a child, we had a clock, not elaborate, with a maid and man vanishing and reappearing on cue, like Irene Dunn and Cary Grant. Was not Orson Welles slain by the clock, the very one he had rumbled to life, where angels with swords were the deus ex machina of the Nazi mechanic? There is a film about the clock, with film clips for every second, murders, kisses, births, and yes, deaths, all to the second hand. I know now what my childish mind could not conceive. When the figures, simple and good, enter the dark, they do not return. The friend turns away and leaves, wobbling on a track that we all must ride in other people's ticking clocks on other walls. I just have to get my pages going here, sorry. The next poem is called The Contrarian's Exit. Christopher, clever iconoclast, Václav, velvet revolutionary, both men added so much to our world, to mine even, to my bookish corner. Within days of each other they departed, and I look at their books and I weep. So many hours they caught my soul in their embrace of truthful words. Englishman turned American, Christopher, raconteur at my side, in a bar I would never visit, told me of his Kurdish sympathies, while Václav whispered tiger-teeth dreams upon the world's stage and laughed, released a people from an iron claw, felled statues of strong men earthward. Christopher revealed to me the sham of Mother Teresa. On Ayaan we agreed in admiration. Her truth he knew at once. Václav stayed pure innocence. He did not disappoint or dictate as writer turned politician. He raised stilts over red muck. My two companions of mind, never met in the flesh, only on the page and TV, you are gone, and I will mourn your spirits of contrary courage in our age of indecision. I gave another paper at the National Council of Teachers of English, and for the first time in my life, I went to Las Vegas. English teachers, I'm still too fast? Kibitzers around here.
Quiet now.
English teachers invade Las Vegas. Not a good match. I keep thinking of Gwendolyn Harleth as I pass the crowded tables on my way to my room. In myth, I know Yushithira of the Mahabharata. Perhaps the sleepless souls have, before the spindly bandits with garish signs, have never read the great books. My room is at the end of a narrow hall with a mirror, but my reflection never appears ghostly before me. Then, as I see the long number, my wavy form pops. My room is a Japanese porn of mirrors and steel, lifting curtain and blind, I find a jutting temple obscuring all but reflective lights. I need to eat before I die. The walk back ends in a pricey burger overlooking bandits. AM, I grab an ersatz bagel and lox, while walls of screens blink races worldwide and immobile shapes sit in rows. Marble slipperiness pursues my feet all the way to a lecture. Between the lecture hall and motel are pools magnificent, yet uninviting in the chill daub of a November desert. In a break, I confer with like kind. She speaks my words like a ventriloquist dummy dressed for English lit. Why would you come here if you were not interested in naked women? Where are they? Or expensive shows, that figure scratching at her pelvic bone on screens above the check-in. Or to lose at those cramped tables. Yes, where was the space in Bond films? Or to die. I have to agree with my alter ego, but she is much neater, her hair bunless and sleek, her manicure perfect pink. Another lecture, another hall run and lunch, famous gumbo. No one really sits, only perches, ready to run a chance. For some, the die is cast. They bring their own snacks and keep genuflecting while the tumblers run awry. For others that I meet on the bridge over the avenue playing at poverty, even the stink of it, get some coins and the police sweep them away. High rollers must be way on top, where the roller coaster screens between fake skyscrapers. At least the Thornton Wilder talk brings me back to ground in this town of forged floor. Getting out from under. We are being watched, we find out, by everybody. Nothing is private anymore. But unfortunately, too, we are watching the world every second. And there's some things we cannot turn away from. We wish we could blot them out, but we cannot. Cleavers, hatchets, and knives. In a rural street, under modern lamps, with iPhones open and unblinking, we can see the bloody cleavers speak from a defiant head above the leavings. Berman warned of the intellectuals' flight, and now the reporters are retreating too. The totalitarian force wrapped in religious robes intimidates the press. The captive mind of Miloš fails to stand. Better to look away, to write about poverty, to look at guilt within, never at the butcher man, never at the text of a demanding God.